concerned. I've reached my limit. I've exhausted my resources. I've come to my extreme. But Lord, you know. Help me say, Lord, you know. I don't know. What am I going to do about this? I don't know. How am I going to get out of this? But Lord, you know. I said, Lord, you know. I'm going through the valley. But Lord, you know. I'm dealing with frustration. But Lord, you know. I'm dealing with depression. But Lord, you know. I don't know how I'm going to make it. But Lord, you know. I don't know how I'm going to survive. But Lord, you know. I don't know how I'm going to come out. But Lord, help me say, Lord, you know. You ought to get out your seat and slap your neighbor high five and shout, I know he knows. I know he knows. I know he knows. If you know, the Lord knows. Lift your hand and say it. Say it. Can I preach? I said, can I preach? Well, since you insist, I preach like I want to. Say it. Say it. Help me to say it. I gotta close and get out of here. But God told Ezekiel, can these bones live? And Ezekiel said, Lord, I don't know, but I know you know. And the Lord said, all right, Ezekiel, since you don't know, but you know that I know, what I want you to do is go down to the valley and prophesy to the dry bones. For listen here, nothing is going to happen until you prophesy. You ought to look to your neighbor and shout, neighbor, nothing is going to happen until you prophesy. I said nothing is going to happen until you prophesy. For God has commissioned you to prophesy. Prophesy to your impossibility. Prophesy to your difficulty. Prophesy to your condition. Prophesy to your situation. But listen here, prophecy is unctionized by the Spirit of God, and you are responsible for responding to the prophecy by saying, I believe God. You are responsible for responding to the prophecy by saying, it shall come to pass. You are responsible for responding to the prophecy by saying, I know it's already done. You are responsible for responding to the prophecy by saying, it's mine. It's mine. Open your mouth and shout, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Can I preach? I said, can I preach? Well, since you insist, I preach like a crazy fool. Lord, help me here. You ought to tell your neighbor, get ready to do ministry down Ezekiel, that's all you got to do is walk around in the open valley and prophesy. Prophesy. Get down there in the valley and just prophesy. Prophesy. I said prophesy. And when you prophesy, tell the dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Can I preach in here? For somebody here, you know what I'm talking about. You got dry bones all around you. Your money is very dry. Your marriage is very dry. Your ministry is very dry. You got dry bones all around you. Your family is a dry bone. Your children is a dry bone. Your community is a dry bone. But I heard the Lord say, prophesy to the dry bones of impossibility. Prophesy to the dry bones of your son on drugs. Prophesy to the dry bones of your domestic situation. Prophesy to the dry bones of your messed up relationship and say, hear the word. Hear the word. Oh, hear the word of the Lord. Say, for you got to learn to open your mouth and speak prophetically. You ought to tell your neighbor, shout, neighbor, open your mouth and speak prophetically. I said speak prophetically to your dry bones. Speak prophetically to your life. Speak prophetically to your family. Speak prophetically to your ministry. Speak prophetically to your body. Speak prophetically to your money. And say, hear the word of the Lord. Say it. I say it. But I don't care what your situation look like. You got to learn to speak to it and say, hear the word of the Lord for your situation. Look to the natural eye like there is no hope. Your situation, look to the natural eye like there is no way. To the natural eye, it looks impossible. To the natural eye, it looks too difficult. To the natural eye, it looks hopeless. But the Lord sent me here to let you know that He has the last word. Say it. Help me to say it. Say yes, Lord. For somebody here, you got to know what I'm talking about, because you're down in the valley and you got folk that been looking at you saying there is no way you can make it down in the valley. There is no way you should be here with all of those dry bones. But God would have me to tell you that a word has been spoken. Your situation is changing. Say it. And I know that everything, it'll be all right. You want to look to your neighbor and shout, neighbor, I know that everything, it'll be all right. If you believe